Kate, I want to thank you for that introduction. I would only say one correction. While it was all elected officials, I think my wife would see herself as drafted, not elected. But thank you for that. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank the Ounce of Prevention. And I'm very excited because, as a number of you know, next year, in the fall, for the first time ever in the city of Chicago, every kindergarten child will get a full day of kindergarten in the city of Chicago. And while other cities are pulling back and making dramatic cuts, the city of Chicago's actually walking down a different path. And in my view, the right path for our children. And more important than just getting a full day of kindergarten for the first time for every child in the city of Chicago. One, we're doing it while there are dramatic, obviously, challenges on the fiscal side, but those pale in comparison to making the other choice, which is cutting off those children from a full school day. And second, most importantly, is the statement it means, that for no longer in the city of Chicago will a child's education begin in first grade. It is a recognition that it begins in the earlier years when the child is 5 years old. Second, in the budget we have this year, we will be adding 5,000 children to a full day of pre-K with wraparound services for their parents. Now, to me, there's the crazy debate. There's a bunch of people that think that early childhood doesn't matter, and a bunch of people think that all it needs is money. I am proud that, most importantly, we're not only raising the standards, as Kate noted, making sure more children have access, but the key to this success is making sure that their parents are involved with the wraparound services we are giving their parents. Because the single most important door a child walks through for their education is the front door of their home. The classroom can only succeed where the home is strengthened on the educational values and appreciation of education. Yes, at school, kids learn to read. At school, they learn their numbers, their colors, their shapes in the early years. At home, like all of us practice, they learn the value of an education. And having the wraparound services that go with the pre-K years for those 5,000 kids, and we are opening a new facility today in Englewood, is a recognition that the home plays a central role in the education of a child. I just came from Englewood, where we opened up today for the first time in the city of Chicago, which got USDA recognition, an organic farm, 1.5 acres. We've added 15 acres citywide. It's the first organic farm in the city of Chicago, and it's in Englewood, adding 90 jobs, and families can get fresh fruits and vegetables and use their link card right on the site. And then the final two things I would say is, while a lot of us talk about measuring the success of early childhood education, I don't think this is something you measure. I actually think it's something you value. None of us would be here if it wasn't for the investment our families made, our parents made, the choices they made. And what we're trying to do in the city of Chicago is make sure every child, regardless of income, regardless of background, regardless of zip code, has the same opportunities when they come out of high school and then go on to college to sit in this room. And that starts at 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, and 5 years old. By the time they get to high school, it's too late. And if we do and put the investments and the right priorities where they begin, we'll be making sure that this city continues to be the greatest city in the country. Now, I started my day at Rowe Elementary School, and it's actually a chant they have once a week. The children do not say, "I'm in second grade." Each class, they say, "I'm University of Michigan, class of 2029. I'm Harvard, class of 2030. I'm University of Illinois, class of 2031. At that school, the children actually know why they're in school. And it's to make sure that every child, regardless of where they live, when they see downtown, when they see the promise of this great city, when they see the energy in this city, the vibrancy of this city, and whether they're in Englewood, Roseland, Beverly, Sauganash, Ravenswood, they can see their future in the future of this great city. And the best place to close that future is in our classrooms, and the best place to start is in the early years. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody else.